G'day guys, welcome to my weekly review for Supercoach 2021. In round 11 we scored 2,297, which was my fourth consecutive rank change in a row. It was a rank change of 970 and I've had another one of 1,000, which was the start of it. So I've gone from the top 5% to pretty much right at the top of the top 3%. So really moving up in the rankings now. It's been nice. We've been trading really well. I've got all the top dogs in the midfield. Trading Bonapali, he was a superstar. Not spectacular, but very handy inclusion when you look at what happened with Welsh and Guthrie. Guthrie didn't play. I don't know why. I haven't really been following him that well. And Sammy Welsh went unders as well. I'm pretty sure a 90-odd score. So, yeah, really lucky with the midfield. There's no one in there that I really would consider a must-have that I don't own, other than Mills, who's a midfielder, but he's in defence. But, yeah, that's another sort of story there. So, yeah, looks pretty good here. 5 out of 7 league wins. That's all right. We're taking that every day of the week. Yeah, top 3% score, top 3 overall. That's fine. We'll keep going up in the ranks. I think I have some trade plans this week that revolve around Grundy. And to be honest, they were actually the trade plans that I was going to do after round 13. I did mention in the podcast on George's channel that we did with DR that I had some pretty wacky, outrageous buy plans for Grundy and Gawn's buy, and they will be revealed this week because I think I'm just going to go ahead and do those this week because as a result, Grundy's going to miss 2 to 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure it was uploaded yesterday, which is a real shame, and his buy's there as well. Look, he's an absolute superstar, but he's going to drop so much coin, and you're missing out on all these on-field points. So, bit of an unpopular opinion, but I think I'm going to trade him. But yeah, I'll have a look at that. And when you look at the side, you'll notice something very, very interesting. Now, the captaincy went horribly right, I guess you could say that. And what actually happened was, I thought over the whole of Friday night in the Western Bulldogs Demons game, I thought that I had the VC on Bonapali virtually the whole night. And it turns out that just was absolutely not the case. So I decided to trade in Madden. You'll see him soon in the fall line. So I reversed my trades and did everything right and all that. But I left the captaincies as they were last week from when Clary played Adelaide. So I actually was meant to have the VC on Bonapali and I was meant to have the C on Lions, which thank God that didn't happen because I'm not going to lie, I'm a pretty greedy kind of a bloke at times. And look, I saw Bonapali have a few clangers and give away a free kick or two, so I got a bit frustrated and I wasn't taking that captaincy. I swear I wasn't going to go through that one and I was just going to captain Lions and I would have got burnt to a crisp. If it wasn't Lions, it would have been Grundy, who didn't score much better. So I don't think he scored better at all. I think he was like 70 or something like that. But yeah, really just putrid stuff there. I don't deserve that at all. I had only one crack at the captaincy and yeah, what a captaincy it was with Clary Oliver, 139, you beauty, banked that every day of the week. Not that I could do much about it at all because obviously I have one crack at it. But I was on the phone with DR at the time, as we so often are on the Friday night after the game, having a couple of beers. And yeah, I was talking to him when I found out what had just happened and I was just pissing myself laughing. I mean, are you serious? How could I possibly do that? But yeah, I completely forgot about the captaincy option. And yeah, I won't be doing that again because yeah, that can really burn you to an absolute crisp. But yeah, that's that. And yeah, we'll have a look at the side. Defence was actually really good for once. Lloyd, first unbelievable score for the year. He said to Jordan Dawson, mate, get out of my goal square. These are my points. And he went bananas and he had that seagull ceiling that he so often had last year. And it was great to see. I don't think we'll see it a whole lot this year, but yeah, it was nice to get a 140 odd score from Lloyd here every now and again. So yeah, happy with that one. Tommy Stewart, didn't really watch a whole lot of that game. I wasn't really invested. Maybe the first quarter of it, and I kind of just turned it off and went for a kick of the footy myself. Wasn't really feeling it. 119, you take that. Shane Short, yeah, 106, that's fine. And Jordan Ridley, this was a very concerning game for defender. Now, look, 64, it's not great, I'm not going to lie. But remember, it was absolutely pelting down over in the west, just pissing rain, and particularly in that second half. And yeah, Ridley had just a couple too many spoils, I reckon. It's a tough night. I think it started there. A very tough night for an intercept defender. Can't mark many in those conditions. It's really tough. And yeah, he did lock down, obviously, the West Coast to have such a good forward line. He has to do a team thing from time to time. But what I can say about it is if you don't own Riddles, you're going to be absolutely licking your lips because this bloke's going to crumble a whole lot. You might be able to get him in for 450 odd K, and that is an absolute jackpot for what he's capable of. We're talking a player that was just about 600k at one point this year. So if you don't have him, jump on now. Straight after his round 13 bye, he'll be sitting perfectly for you. So yeah, really fortunate for those non-Ridley owners. Stephen May, this is a bit concerning. Look, I know 90's pretty good, but he's been hyped up as an All-Australian fullback, and he's only scoring me 90s. I mean, come on, man. But look, a little bit of a lockdown defender. Lucky he takes so many kickouts, otherwise we'd all be stuffed. Do I hold him? I'm not sure. I don't want to. I do want to give him the flick around his bye. It depends what I'm doing for trades. That's why I want to hold off a little bit this week. I'll make that call when it comes. So I'm not sure of May. We'll wait and see. Yeah, and the rookies, really nice. So Lockie Jones on field. I had Mansell on field for Highmore. I'm not taking 36. And yeah, just Chuck Jones on the field, and yeah, had an absolute party on Saturday night watching him do whatever he wanted against Freo. Really, really like the way he plays, and he's the reason Bergman is the sub. And yeah, if you still have Bergman, I gave him the flick. If you had him on field, yeah, really unlucky there. Only scored 19. Kicked a goal as soon as he come on the ground. But yeah, that's a bit unlucky. Look, we'll have a look at the midfield. Captain Clary, unbelievable. I don't deserve it in the slightest, but I'm banking that every day of the week. And Bontempelli, not a great captaincy score, but a fantastic field option. And yeah, one I definitely got right. I traded him in and absolutely so stoked with that one because I thought he wasn't really that good, to be honest. I mean, he was definitely towered over by McRae and a couple of other blokes like Oliver. But yeah, look, 125, really happy with that. And McRae, yeah, unreal if you captained him. And Lyons, this hurts a lot. Look, 82, I know it's not too bad, but this is a pod. This is the slight disadvantage of having such a pod like Lyons. I know I only picked him up in 1% ownership. I think he's about 5 or 6 at the moment. So it's not all that bad, but when you have a pod score like sub-80s almost, and he's 629k, that can be quite alarming, and that is the reason I didn't do a bit better in the rankings, you would have thought, because blokes would have got the edge on me there. But I just got really lucky with the captaincy that made up for that score. But that's all right, because I think Lyons is quite capable of bouncing back from that. An ultimate professional and a superstar, one of my favourite players in this team, no doubt about that. And Jack Steele, this is really nice. If you just picked him up, I know a lot of blokes did, you'd be wrapped with that. Look, 154. Where's this been all season? I'm not really sure. But yeah, it was good to see Steele have a really solid game and reach the heights of his expectations. So yeah, not a bad score from him. You can't go any better, really. That's just, yeah, fantastic. I wish I had the C on him, but look, you can't be too greedy there. And Laird, I can't believe he's ahead of Merritt, but there you go. I think I'm going to leave him there, to be honest. And Zeret, great game by the Bombers. Really just unreal. I hope that convinces Zeret to stay with us. He's one of my favourite players. He is my favourite player. And look, he's not the best Supercoach scorer, but the durability just outweighs it. He's going to play predominantly all year, and he'll average 110. So that's a great pick. And if you don't have him, 541k, get him in after his bye, and yeah, that'll be a good move. So we'll have a look at the remainder of the side. So the rucks, we have we have a slight dilemma. Now Grundy, he's injured. I never thought I'd say that, being arguably one of the most durable players in the comp, let alone a ruckman as well. He's unreal, never misses a game. But it was one of the most bizarre injuries I've ever seen. It was like, I think it was a neck or something like that, which is just so unfortunate. Look, he's going to miss at least 2 to 3 weeks and he's got the bye around 14, so he probably won't come back until round 15, I would say, and that's a long time to have a 630k Uber Premium on field, and I'm not really sure if I want to go through with that one, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure. Do I hold him? Do I trade him? The problem is there's actually no one. There's actually no one on the bubble except Nick Nat, who's the one that I do like. Maybe he's the one to go through with. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll wait and see. Maxi Gorn, really nice. I know he would have burnt a lot of blokes because 120, that's probably the worst score you can have from a VC player because you go, far out, it's a good score, but I don't think I want to take it. But look, blokes were just Captain Grundy, and yeah, they'd want to take that 120, I think. So, yeah, unfortunate if that happened to you. Matty Flynn, he's got his bye. I'm going to trade him, not until next week. I have plans to get in Ned Reeves for him, but they both have the round 12 bye. So, yeah, you can kind of just wait another week. I want to wait and see with Reeves. Obviously, being a ruckman, a player that tall, he could just get injured at training, and I don't want to trade him in this week when I can do it next week. I know it's a bit weird to say, but yeah, that's all right. Onto the forward line, Zeeble. Yeah, it's all right. He has dropped off a fair bit. I think Hall's really affecting his scoring, but you could have traded him as well. If he was about 600k, which I think he was at one point, he would have been an ideal trade target to like an Uber Premium in your midfield or something like that. But look, I've had the luxury of having all these blokes in there. I don't really have to do that, so I think I'll just hold him. Definitely going to be a top 3 forward player, I would think. Dusty, yeah, whatever. I don't know, discuss him, a bit boring. Jarman Impey, and I don't want to discuss him either. Hawthorn are just, I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. Yeah, throwing him all over the shop. I just wish Clarko would sit him at his preferred halfback role and get a few rebounds. I'm not sure what the go is with him. Look, my take on that is his ownership is so high, it outweighs his scoring and his risk, so he's just a whatever sort of a selection. Might luxury trade him at the end of the year, we'll see. And yeah, bench, really nice. Rowe, 54, that's all right. It's just whatever. And Polter, 66, perfect score for rookie. I loophole Bosnvlagi. With Madden, you guys can't see that, 68. So this was the good call, I think. So the problem with Waitman was, yeah, his job security is a lot better than Madden's, arguably. He's been in the system for a bit longer and got a bit of a higher ceiling. He was taken in I think it was like pick 15 or something like that, 2019 draft. So, yeah, got a high ceiling as a result. And Madden's just this Irish bloke from nowhere, really. And that's sort of why it was a bit of a risk. But as a result, he's got great DPP and he was only 123k, and I got cold feet on Waitman because I know I paid top dollar for Bosnvlagi. He was pretty much the exact same price Waitman was to get him in, and look what happened. He got chopped literally 2 weeks after. Only got one price jump out of him, which was so unfortunate, and I got scared away from doing that. So, yeah, I went Madden. I didn't have to field him either. I could have just sort of... Look, if I can loophole he and Waterman, I'm happy with that because you take the best score and you move on. So, and yeah, Bosnvlagi players obviously have him on field, but makes a good loophole in the meantime. I won't ramble on anymore. I'll discuss my trades. And yeah, come to think of it, I am going to go through with it. So I'm going to trade out Grundy for Nick Nat this week, and that is very, very interesting because Nick Nat is arguably one of the most, non-durable players in the comp and plays such a low time on ground, man. I think it was 70% on the weekend, but still scored 160, which is just out of this world, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't mind Nick Nat as a selection. What we're going to do, hopefully this goes all right. The computer really starts to slow up at this point. What are we doing here? We're going to trade out Scott. That's all right. We're going to put Polter in the middle. That's all right as well. And we're getting a forward player, and $490k, it's not the best price, really. Look, Zorko, he's out of reach. I can't get him. There's no one really around. Hall, he's more than $490k as well. So my options are kind of spoilt momentarily. I really like Bailey Dale, 502k. Got a great role in the back line, plays a bit of wing as well. And I do rate him as a player. A bit overs for me, though. I'd rather wait till he has an ordinary game and get him in for 30k cheaper. What I'm going to do is get in one of my favourite players. Super biased as an Essendon supporter, but Nicholas Hine is going to make his way into my team this week and leave me absolute bugger all cash. But this is what happens with Nick Nat and Grundy. I just have to do something, and I don't feel comfortable having Flynn at R2. I know a lot of blokes be doing that, but you're losing so many points in the meantime. And I do have a plan, and I'm just going to go through with what I was going to do originally, round 14, when I was going to trade Nick Nat in my side. I'm just going to do the complete opposite. So at the moment, Grundy's a lot more expensive than Nick Nat. I'll try and go down here. Here we go. All right, so, no, excuse me. Grundy Aussie, 630k with a score of 70. He'll come back around round 15, score a couple round 16 or 17. So in round 17, he will be like, he could be like 580k, which would be so good. And then Nick Nat on the back of a 163. Hopefully he can keep up some good scoring form. Has good back half of the seasons generally as well. So hopefully I can just do a sideways trade to Grundy and maybe even bank a bit of coin doing that. So it's a bit of a shot in the dark, but wait and see. I really like the coverage with Nick Nat, and then I'll have Reeves as well. So when that round 14 buy comes, I'm all sorted and I don't have to deal with that, because I know for a fact the buyers are going to be shit for me. Look at that round 13 buy. Look at this. Oh, we got Bontempelli, McRae, Lyons. Zerrett. So yeah, that's not really good at all. But look, I won't ramble on too much. This video has carried on a little bit longer than I would have liked it to. So yeah, a little bit of a late upload. I did one yesterday. I didn't really like it and got too late, so I just sort of gave up with it. So yeah, look, we'll leave it at there, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. Channel just hit. Sorry, clear my throat. Yeah, it happens when you talk a fair bit. Our channel's hit 600 subscribers, which is really nice. So yeah, thank you all for that. It means so much. It's growing really nicely, and yeah, I think 80 subscribers this month. So yeah, super stoked with that. I'll leave it there, guys. I'll do a rookie review tomorrow, but for now, I'll see you guys in the next video.